Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining Archangel Alts. And as I was saying before, I'm going to immediately pick this up. We were doing our tried and true trading update, day trades update of the trading that we do on the trades and the stuff up to date, keeping it that way. And as we're doing so, we're keeping an eye on Phoenix Coin, of course, and it looks like it was coming in for the next round. And it may actually be the absolute perfect, just simple example of something that I promised in earlier stuff when I was doing the live day trades that I was going to teach on this, and here it is. So this is absolutely hilarious. This may not end up being the example, but it's kind of looking like it. So I'm going to go ahead and teach on this. Oh my goodness, pardon me, as if it's the example. And then if it doesn't do the right thing, it's okay. It's all right, because I've already got an earlier example to pull from. So we came up here to about 277. It peaked at 278, but I wouldn't expect it to actually be able to clear anything at 278 right now. But our rule for everything is, so very obviously buy low, sell high. You buy it at a price that you think is a good deal, expecting it to be able to go up by a certain percentage. And when you have bought it low, when you sell it high, you get to keep the earnings of that percentage. So obviously, if you're looking at charts, you're going to look at something that tells you that, this is low, this is high, or this is low, and this is high. And if we didn't already have positions, and if I wasn't watching to get some of my returns while circulating a little bit more, we actually did clear some new profits in with the old. But I would probably aggressively be willing to go in here and here, different places in this time. So you would think, according to instinct, the thing that you would never want to do is to go in here with the fear that it might go down here. Or, obviously, from here to here, both of those are at the peaks. So if you went in here, you would have been buying high and selling low, and that doesn't make a lot of sense. In this case, you actually would have looked out, because 275 still would have gone to 277, and that would give you more than 0.5% anyway, which is super fantastic. These things... This is as ideal a trading scenario as I could ever come up with. It's doing exactly the kind of range. It does it more than once. We were already in a lot of positions, so we're getting our money back, and we could actually continue. I don't think that it's going to continue this part of the process that much. So I really hope if we can get it up to 285, it's going to go past that. And then the question is whether it does that crossover, that difficult 300 to 301. I'm honestly just not really concerned about that part of it. I just want to see where we are here. We're in a perfect place to where if we needed to hold, we certainly could. But anyway, so it's up here. But I'm watching, first of all, I've been watching the coin for several days, so I'm kind of getting used to what it takes for it to do a certain pattern. Second of all, I'm watching it in comparison to Bitcoin, which has come up from 38.13 to 38.25. It did this up here earlier, but I'm actually less interested in that than the fact that it's resyncing around here higher than it was earlier in the day at lower volume. Okay, so if it goes down gradually, it's still, kind of a little bit keeping up with itself to where it'd be okay if it bought back up. We might end up at that perfect 38.50 that we've been talking about. Isn't that amazing? And doing so with very little volume. So if I look at that in comparison to my positions in PHX, I'm kind of thinking that there's a really good chance of a double up, and it's already happening, and I was already going to teach about this. I already promised to do so, and what I see is that it's very, very possible that as the stochastics come back around, that in this buy range, other people are going to get a signal that this is the right time to buy in. They're certainly getting that from the volume, but most people are going to say, well, no, you got to wait for the next cycle. You have to wait for the next cycle. That's how this works. MACD go up, you sell. MACD go down, you buy. When these two cross over, you buy. When these two cross over, you sell. So, why on earth would you go in when everything is the opposite of what you're saying? Well, because I've been watching the coin, and I know what it's been doing. And, once again, I'm using this as an example. I'm not saying that you need to do this, and I'm not saying that that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. As you can see, I'm already in. I'm already looking to sell. So I might be interested in retesting it a little bit lower, but this is one of those examples where if I know for a fact that it is the right place, I'm looking at this as a launching block. I'm treating this as if this line of what should be resistance This should be at the top telling it that it's not going to go beyond that point and then it goes back down. But I'm familiar with this. It's about to turn. And it's kind of like this. I kind of think of it like a dinosaur or a duck head. And when it gets to the bill starts to turn up. And sure enough, there you go. I chose this as the teaching tool because I expect it to do exactly what it just did. Feels really good when it does. Now, it's probably going to keep going up from there. I'm going to test it down here because I'm already happy with the position that I'm in on, and I just want to see it do well. If it crosses 279 to 280, it's going to go even quicker. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. That's okay. I'm using this as a teaching tool. I want you to see what I'm talking about. So sometimes going in when all the signals are telling you don't do it, you have to know when it's the right time. You have to know when it just makes sense. It's because it's an instinct thing. I'm expecting to see a continuation of the uptrend in the MACD, and it's already done it. We're already done. I'm just continuing to watch it now because I want to see my positions clear. So I promised to do this video. This is the very short version of that, but I'm going to make it super extra mega interesting by just kind of continuing to watch this. Let's see if it actually does get into that crossover. It's got to go through a lot of coin, but people are expecting it now. Look at this. 900. It just did another 3 Bitcoin. So very exciting. It's actually sitting at the 280 now. I might actually consider buying in and letting it go further into there. It'd be really crazy though, wouldn't it? So we're getting our profits back along with our positions, and we're very happy about that. It's crossing over the 280 into 281. It just ate through about 6 Bitcoin, and everybody's happy. And it's not going to make it all the way up to the 285 unless it speeds up. If it speeds up, then I am going to do a crazy over the cliff enter and exit kind of thing. Oh, goodness. That's a tough joke. Yep, playing it safe. I'm not going to tell you that I play it safe and then not play it safe. You know what I'm saying? Yep. That's just right. So, see how it's accelerating? The more that it does this, more people are kind of freaked out that it's doing that. They're experiencing a fear of missing out. I'm experiencing oh my gosh, this is so fun when you kind of nailed it and you see a pattern that you recognize. So I really will be surprised if it finishes the 285. And that kind of thing I don't mind being wrong about. I'd rather be wrong about this right now because I got the point of the video done. So sometimes going in high is you recognize the pattern from watching the coin for a long time. You're familiar that when the stochastics meet the MACD at a certain point, in this case this point, everybody will tell you it's the absolute wrong time to go in. Oh my goodness, I was wrong for the right reasons. Fantastic. So we've got all of our positions sold there, and you know that means that we got to celebrate, dance to the music, right? We have to. It's going to keep going though. Well, I'm not going to make predictions now. I just got that right. Why would I do that? So I've got to go get this. I've got to go get the cowbell. Okay, so going to general, I'm going to pinned items. And this should be where I get, yep, there we go. So actually I still have to set this up to where you can hear it though, don't I? I do, okay. We're going to get this done. Guys, this is the time for me to get this done, so we're just gonna do it. So hang with me. It was worth the lesson, right? It was worth the lesson to have the cowbell come in. So I'm going to set this up for setting it up for the Binance thingy. I apologize that you're having to wait through this, but we're gonna get this right. We're gonna get this right. So I'm dropping the cowbell in here, and now we should be able to hear the cowbell. Do we hear the cowbell? We don't hear the cowbell. Well, anyway, okay. That's enough for now. This is going to continue going up. Very, very cool. In fact, if there were any better position to just go in a second time, this would be it. But I'm going to resist because I'm happy that we've got our stuff back. I'm actually going to go ahead and clear these out. I was trying them on the way up. Make sure I'm on the right thing here. Yep, I'm on the right thing there. Very, very, and dare I say, very cool. So we'll have to add that to the next tried and true update. So we were holding about to where we're trading right around 0.1. So all of those trades are things that have come back on top of that. I'm going to put a little bit aside in a very low position in BNB coin just as a parking place, because I like to protect the positions until we need it for the next trade size. So guys, thank you so much. So continue forward. I'm going to work on the next video that I promised that I would get done today. Thank you so much. And for now, Archangel Alts